Welcome everyone to another video. My name is Hagar, aka Hags, and today we're going to look back through my full year of 2023. We'll take it back to January, roughly the middle of January 2023. And this is the moment where not only did I finish the project, but also it was the completion and the money transferred and everything. So the house was completely out of my hands and the funds have come over. And that was this property flip you can see in front of me. So we started this last year, and then of course we listed it, but I thought let's just list it because it was a seller's market, and at that point it pretty much sold instantly. And then the paperwork came and that happened within no time. Of course, sometimes you get buyers who aren't the easiest to work with, but if you work with them, then you can get things done quicker and we'll move on from there. So we started off with a great state of mind, especially with flipping that and it's progressing into the next one. And speaking of the next one, I re-rented my first property investment. I have done a video on it. I will do another one when the tenants leave, which will be next February 2024. So I can go back there, do another video and sort of see it again, because there's something about that house which I could sell, and at the time I could have sold it pretty much instantly because of how much I got it for. It started to become a seller's market, all this stuff. But anyway, I re-rented the house and it went up slightly the rent by looking at the comparables, so that's always good as well, especially with sometimes when you get problems in the house, it's not always the greatest in the world. But re-rented that and the tenants have been pretty much fine, and I'll update you guys on whether I keep those tenants or the tenants will stay, and I can give you a full tour of that. So drop a like if you want to see that video next year. So really every month something is big happening, which is always great. And the reason why I mention something big happening every month, because sometimes you just get somewhat of a quiet month. If you're looking for a project, it may take you a month, 2 months, 3 months to find something, or it may take you some time to actually do your refurb. So there's a lot of things that can pop up along the way. But now comes this property behind me, and that is my bungalow refurb, my most expensive investment to date. And there was a lot of learning curve with this one, especially with not only the house price being quite significantly more than my other ones, but also the refurb cost, especially with knocking into a wall. You started to see some things which you have to pay a bit more towards. So again, never went out of budget, but it was a great learning curve nonetheless. I bought this around July sort of time, and I've done a full series on it, so go check that out. And that took about 2.5 months to do. It was a great project, really big plot, and definitely a very, very good investment. So those are the 3 properties that I have done this year. And you may say, you only flipped 2 houses this year. Some would say it's quality over quantity. And for me, when you're flipping houses in general, you have a specific requirement. A lot of things can meet it, but it doesn't mean you get it. A lot of things can meet the requirement, but also it doesn't really push you over the edge to actually go for it. So there's a lot of factors that get involved. The more I do this, now coming up to 3 years, the more I'm able to get properties sent over to me, because I've created great connections, which means I can flip more properties in one go. So I do have another project starting next year, or should I say it's sort of started now. I will bring out the series soon. So again, drop a like if you want to see that. So again, 2024 should start off with an absolute bang. But going back to my 3 projects I've done this year, I'm very grateful for those 3. They have done very well for me, all 3 of them. One, of course, is a rental, which means it's regular income, which is always nice. And the other 2 are, of course, the big money pots, which you almost keep recycling that money, And of course, like I mentioned in other videos, the bigger end goal is to purchase land and do huge developments on there. So that would be amazing to do a full series on that, just showing you from purchasing it to the planning and all this stuff, so I can't wait for that. But if I'm being honest, if there was anything I would change, it would possibly be if I could have got another flip in time of this year, but I'm not going to get greedy at all. That's just me wanting more, but in reality, what I've done this year, absolutely grateful for. I hope you all have had a great year in property. Let me know down below if you have purchased any property investments this year. I'll definitely be looking to purchase hopefully 2, maybe 3 next year, and in the land of course, but we'll do another video on that in the future. But for now, I've been Hagop, aka Hags. Don't forget the name, and I'll catch you in the next video.